Hi, good evening. Number of things that we'll be putting together, starting with developing a permit center here in the South County. We believe it'll be located in Hidden Valley, County Valley Plaza, so we can set up a permit center. We will be contracting out with a firm for building inspectors, plan checkers, so that when things start to ramp up with the building permits, presumably in the spring, when we'll hit that peak of applications, we'll be ready for you. We'll have people here to help streamline the permitting processes. We'll be working very closely with the other agencies for sign-offs on your behalf. So a number of things we'll be posting on our Community Development Department website to keep folks posted as this evolves. I want to speak for a few minutes about the cleanup process. I know a lot of people will want to, you're going to want to put an RV on your lot and live on that property if possible while we're rebuilding. And in most situations, it's not going to be an option for the simple fact that the amount of debris, the concerns with asbestos and other toxics, the number of tree hazards, number of unfortunately, most of the homes that were lost were on smaller lots. We don't have enough room on those lots to stage an RV while still building. So the county is spending a significant amount of time, and has been for the last week, identifying sites where we'll be able to set up temporary RV campsites, if you will, with the proper infrastructures and sites that are safe to set those up. We want to set those up as close to the communities as possible so that people can still live in and work in their same communities. But we need to keep these small residential lot areas clear while this cleanup is occurring, and it's going to take a few months. There's a lot of debris, there's a lot of dead trees, all of those are hazards. There's still utility issues. So we ask that you bear with us. We're going to do everything we can to set up appropriate locations. I would like to, if I could, get a hand, if you could raise your hand for one hand per household of folks that are looking at living in an RV while we recover. I just want to get a sense of the need here. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Another issue with the cleanups, it's really important that for whoever's doing the cleanup, whether you do it as the owner builder, you hire a contractor to do it, or you wait for Cal OES to do it, that it is done properly, that those people are properly trained, they're properly protected with respirators, with the proper equipment, that the material is being wetted. One of the things that we need to be really cognizant of is that we don't spread that material around further out to get into the streets. The wind's going to carry it. Cal OES is working hard on that. They'll be working in earnest on that starting in the next week to begin some of the initial cleanups. They're going to talk more about that. We've already had some folks out there moving stuff around. We've seen the dust clouds. I'm pleading with people to please avoid doing that. It needs to be wetted. It needs to be handled a certain way. It poses a serious health risk to the communities, especially around these schools. So please bear with us. We're encouraging folks to fill out those right of entry permits. That serves as a demolition permit. It allows Cal OES to go in and clean these properties up at no expense to the property owner. And we really need to encourage people to do that versus hiring their own contractors. One of the problems you're going to find is the material, if it has asbestos in it, it needs to be shipped pretty far away, like up to Reading, and there's a site down south that can take it. So the cost is going to be very high to do this. I think I'll stop there. Thank you.
What right of entry permit are you talking about?
So the right of entry permits, we've had them, we've been distributing those through the LAC, and the sheriffs were handing those out when they were allowing people back in. We've got them on a table back here. Just see me after this presentation, and I'll explain that in more detail. They're also on the website.